Welcome back to the National Post Politics Bureau, where we are a little bleary-eyed, we're a little bit tired. Antoine, you especially were up late last night watching the returns in a Montreal by-election. This was a Liberal stronghold, formerly Paul Martin's seat, and it is now a Bloc Québécois seat. Antoine, how big of a deal is this for the Liberals and Justin Trudeau?
Huge deal. It's a big deal. You know, in Montreal, you have 18 federal ridings, and the Liberals had 16 of them. The Bloc Québécois had only one of them. And now you see it's a shift that we see even in Quebec. And we've seen in the past few months that the Liberals were very strong in Quebec. They were polling second, almost first, right behind the Bloc Québécois. Well, now the Bloc, in a riding where they're not used to be successful, you know, well, they had a major upset yesterday. It was David Lametti, the former Attorney General's seat. He resigned 8 months ago. And the Bloc back then, they weren't very hopeful to be successful.
The Liberals won by 20 points with Lametti, right?
Absolutely. And so the Bloc was, you know, chipping in, trying to have some success. But you see that the Liberals couldn't handle it. It was a three-way race. We saw that the dynamic was evolving in the last few weeks between the NDP, the Liberals, and the Bloc. Well, at the end of the day, the Bloc was very successful, and Laura Palestini, the Liberal candidate, unsuccessful.
Yeah, the last time we talked about a by-election here, it was me and Catherine Levesque talking about Toronto St. Paul's. Yeah. We felt like there would be a challenge to Trudeau's leadership in the wake of that by-election. It never really happened. Do you think things are different this time?
Well, we need to understand that La Salle-et-Mort-Verdun is very close from Papineau. Papineau is Justin Trudeau's riding. So yes, it is a big deal. Today in Quebec, there are analysts talking about the fact that it's not a question if Justin Trudeau should resign, but at what time exactly is he going to do so? But well, of course, the Prime Minister said at numerous occasions that he won't resign. But yes, the confidence towards the Prime Minister right now is very low, even in Quebec, where the Team Quebec, as I said, is very strong. You have stars, you have star candidates, star ministers there that campaigned for Laura Palestini, and well, it didn't budge the needle at all. So it's a huge blow for the Liberals.
It would take some MPs to be so upset with him that they start to make a move. It seems like it's mainly pundits and other people who are saying this right now.
It's the people outside of the bubble, the people outside of the caucus that are, or maybe in caucus, but they are still very, well, we don't hear them publicly, the Liberals, on that issue. They're very disciplined. But yes, in public, you see pundits saying that maybe it's time for the Prime Minister to resign.
Yeah. Last question for you. Yes. We've talked about the Liberals. What does this mean for the Bloc? It seems like a big win for them.
It's huge. It's so important because right now it adds a second seat on the island of Montreal for the Bloc. In the last few years, we heard the Bloc, well, the strategy for the Bloc was to gain seats in francophone areas of the province, North Shore of Montreal, South Shore of Montreal, and in Chicoutimi, and you know, like Saguenay-Lac-Saint-Jean, like really francophone areas. Well, now they have a riding which there is a big Anglophone community in La Salle particularly, and so it's a big win for them, and it sends a strong message to the Liberals that there are no safe seats on the island of Montreal.
Yeah, okay. Antoine, thank you so much. Thank you so much for staying up so late last night.
My pleasure.
And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.